Hello friends, welcome back. My name's Ramon. How are you today? So obviously in my bathroom once again. Recently I've been doing some more routine videos, and one of the first ones I posted back in March, I asked, do you want to see my skincare collection, how everything's organized, what I got going on in this bathroom space? And it was a resounding yes. So today we're talking about how I organize my skincare, what I got going on in this collection, where it all goes, and what the method to the madness is. But before we get into it, I'm going to ask you to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so that you know when I post more skincare, sunscreen, and fancy related content on my channel. Give it a thumbs up, and down below in the comments, tell me, what do you got to say about my collection? What are some of your favorites in your skincare collection? How do you organize everything? Because honestly, I am still taking recommendations, and yeah. Sound off. Fundamentally, how I organize things in this space is we got what we actively currently use or we're testing out, some of the more everyday staples, the backup collection, that's the stuff we get in PR, things we have yet to review, things I've reviewed and still reach for regularly. And then besides that, we have one more point of stock, which is in my room in my closet, and that's all the backups of things that we've repurchased, things that brands have sent us as backups, as extras. There's definitely a lot going on, but let's start here at the Vanity. So as I mentioned, this is the bathroom vanity. The main point of this is things that we're actively testing out, things that I'm more regularly using, things my boyfriend's more regularly using, as well as just our more staple products that we just reach for every single day. Zooming in a little bit, as you can see, more of the regular things we use. First and foremost, I have my Foreo devices, which I use to clean and to treat. Sunscreens, we just got Polish Choice PR, which my boyfriend's been anxiously waiting for, and he's been mad hyped about, so he put this front and center. And then aside from that, these are the things I'm currently testing out and everything else that I'm actively using. Spoiler alerts, I'm working on reviewing some Korean brightening products. So aside from that, everything else you see up here is more basic to the point everyday products, simple hydrators, simple moisturizers, sleeping masks, whatnot. Good old-fashioned Vaseline. Vaseline gets slept on, but I think everyone should have a little tub of this. I use this as my lip product. Also worth noting, I have this up here. These are my little skincare spatulas. We collect all the ones we get with our moisturizers, and we use these regularly to dip into tubs because we are sanitary in this household. So they go in this little cute little plate we got from H&M Home. And then a little bit lower, we got cleansers. I have a lot of cleansers all over the place right now. These are the ones by my sink. I got more up in my shower for convenience. So I have my oil cleansers, a regular gel cleanser, and then this is here, but we're using this as hand soap. And so that is what we have by the sink. Those are things we use more regularly at this moment in time. This switches up almost on a weekly basis. But aside from that, let's head over to my shelves and I'll explain how that's organized. So this is the shelving system you see in the background when I film my routines. I've shown this on Instagram and TikTok before, but these are the 3 organizational shelves we bought just to start organizing, trying to get everything organized. These are from IKEA. Here in the UK, they're called Nedby shelves. I know in the US, they're called Billy shelves. I'll have these linked down in the description box. Basically in my bathroom, I don't have A, storage space, or B, a lot of area to like put something like this. So my strategy was thin and tall. So I bought 3 of these, but currently we're actually considering getting a 4th and a 5th one to put either here in this space or out in the hall. I'm going to break down the system of organization that we have here and show you some of the products I have in these shelves as well. So here we are at the top of the shelves, and these are basically the products that can't fit anywhere else. In terms of how all the shelves are spaced out, we preset that to fit the majority of our stuff, but once things are already in them, I'm not moving them again. So if things are too tall to fit in the cubbies, they go on the top. So you see some toners, some body lotions, some body sunscreens, as well as some skincare sets when they come in the big box with a bunch of different things in them. That's on top. And this next shelf right underneath it is the stuff that needs to get tested, reviewed sooner than later. These are things that I either have content planned for in the next month, things that brands have sent me that they want reviews for sooner than later. And so these products are the ones that are going to eventually end up by the sink in the next week or 2. If it's not getting reviewed anytime soon, it's going on one of the other cubbies below. In terms of how the label system is organized, I made these little labels using a label maker my best friend Lana sent me just because she knew this was a hot mess and she was trying to help me out. And so we essentially decided, obviously categorically is going to be most important, and then dividing things by subcategory just to make things a little bit more easy, more streamlined, so that depending on what I'm feeling for my routine that night or what product I know I need for like a review or something, I know more or less where it's going to be. And so this is actually very organized for someone like me who's not organized at all. And then below that is where we start organizing things by skincare category. First step obviously is going to be cleansers, and for that we organize them by cleanser type. Left over here, I have balm cleansers, oil cleansers, first cleansing steps. These 2 shelves over here are the like actual second cleansers, and we categorize those by type. So this left cubby over here is more oily skin cleansers, so gel cleansers, things meant for acne prone skin. And this one over here is the more dry skin cleanser. So the cleansing milks, cleansing lotions, more hydrating cleansers. Next one, and this is the one that took a while to get organized. These are moisturizers, and I have that right here with the categories going across. This shelf right here is gel moisturizers. These are the moisturizers, obviously, as an oily skin individual, I reach for the most, but they're just lightweight gels. Got a bunch up in here. Next cubby over here is going to be more of my cream texture moisturizers, a little bit more heavy, more for dehydrated skin or dry skin. My boyfriend uses these ones a lot more. These are the moisturizers that I reach for maybe like once or twice a week, but I generally stay in this left cubby over here. And this last one is sleeping masks and oils, basically more rich occlusives that I reach for actually pretty regularly. Some of these have treatments in them, some of them don't, but I, as an oily skin individual, have really dehydrated skin. So at night, I'm actually more frequently reaching to this shelf after using my gel moisturizers. Next section below is going to be my serum steps, and I organize these into 3 categories. First and foremost, my hydrating serums, and these ones fairly straight to the point. They're just hydrating, maybe giving some soothing benefits, but not much besides that. And these over here are going to be my brightening serums. Vitamin C, the niacinamide, the arbutin serums, these are the ones that are used to target more pigment related issues. And then these are my treatment serums, exfoliating serums, things I use for active breakout, for texture, for brightening, for all that, but it's more directly associated to maybe like an acid, so like mandelic acid, salicylic acid, but in serum form, so just a little bit more concentrated. And I'm gonna say that because below it I have my treatment toners. These have probably lower concentrations of those actives, and they're in like more hydrating vehicles. Right here on the right side I have my AHA focused treatment toners, so these are like my Kalalua, my Naturium glycolic acid toner, like those. Well, right next to it, I have my more BHA focused, and I just separate them because I got oily acne prone skin. I'm reaching more for these BHA ones over here, even though some of these over here do have AHAs as well. And these are masks and or other things that are large and take up a lot of space, just because I like to use masks, whether they're purifying, exfoliating, treating. I also like to use exfoliating pads, and they just kind of exist in their own world for me. They don't necessarily go with all the other stuff, so they get their own cubby. And so down here, these are going to be toners and essences, liquid hydrators essentially. I just have them split up by the intended skin type essentially. These are more lightweight for oily skin, or these have a little bit more of like a tonic astringent benefit to them, like the fat water for example. Whereas this over here is the more rich hydrators, more essence type for dry skin. These might be leaning a little bit more to the sides of being emulsions. So that's just how I have them separated. I reach for both sides very regularly depending on what my routine is or what I'm feeling. And this over here is just sheet masks. I get a lot of them, especially recently. I've been teaming up with a lot more Korean beauty retailers, and they just send sheet masks for some reason. Slowly working through these, but they get their own copy. This middle section right here is a little bit of like a miscellaneous. This is where masks used to go, and honestly anything that's in a bigger box or that comes in sets is right now going in here. So I have like my VT Sika mask set up in here. I have my Foreo sheet mask sets up in here. And then these ones generally go towards when brands send me full lines, like the entire set of products from a specific line from a brand. And right now I have this whole cubby is Pacifica, and this whole cubby is Inky List. And I just like to keep those kind of things together until I do a whole brand review. So sneak peek, those are coming up hopefully in the next few months. But I just like to keep those kind of things together in a group. And then below that is all the sunscreens I have yet to review that I currently have on hand. I have them categorized by chemical or organic. These are my mineral, aka inorganic, and actually some of these are actually combo sunscreens. And then these over here are a mixture of both that I want to do fuller reviews around. So for example, sneak peek, I have a bunch of sunscreens from the Same. You know, the Same has one of my all-time holy grail sunscreens, and so I want to do a whole video kind of highlighting those. So that's what's up in here, along with some skincare tools like some jade rollers and whatnot. This cubby down here is also miscellaneous. At this point in time, it has some of like my facial oils, some lip balms, as well as some travel size products, just because I enjoy travel size skincare, especially keeping empty packaging to put other stuff in afterwards. So that's what's living in here right now. This right now is just cotton pads, mini skincare set, foot mask, kind of more like miscellaneous skincare things as well. And then this is some more K-Beauty PR. I have these One Thing toners up in here, as well as some more exfoliating pads. This whole section actually kind of goes up with these, where it's like a one brand thing. This was sent from the manufacturer that B Plane belongs to, and so I have a bunch of products from all their other brands as well in here. So maybe this will be up for video in like May. Stay tuned. And then down here is the Hot Mess Express. This is every single sunscreen that I've tried out for the channel since I've started, with the exception of like maybe 6, just because I've given some of the more white Kathy sunscreens away to my non-melanated friends. But yeah, it's a hot mess under here. There's no rhyme or reason to how it's organized. It's just where things fit. My boyfriend will be taking some of these back to the States with him very soon. But yeah, this is where all the sunscreen that I've tested and reviewed goes to if I'm not actively using it. I do still reach for a lot of these, but if it's not actively being used currently and I don't want it at my desk, it's just down here. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have in my skincare collection. I have the things I actively use, things my boyfriend's actively using as well, because he loves skincare as much as I do. He's definitely always trying products before I even get my hands on them. And then I have the stuff that I reach for more regularly that I've already reviewed, or things I need to review, or things that are just coming up very soon that I have organized by whatever system I have. I also have in my room in my closet, which I am not about to show you, all the backups for things I've either purchased seconds and thirds of, extras brands have sent me, just because obviously this is already full. I'm already considering buying a whole other shelving system, and I can't just put all the stuff I have in boxes that are extras out here either. So it's all in my closet. I have, I think, 2 shoe boxes full of backups for like sunscreens, treatments, and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot more. And aside from that, I have my desk out where I film. That has the stuff I'm currently reviewing, things that'll be in my content in the next week that I don't want here, but yeah. Pretty much my skincare collection. Again, down below in the comments, let me know. Do you have any questions about how it's organized? Also, let me know how you like to organize your collection, because obviously we still got some room for improvement. Also, let me know if you saw some of your favorite skincare products in my collection. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so that you know when I post more skincare, sunscreen, and Fenty related content on my channel. Give the video a thumbs up, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.